welcome Sophie Gauthier. Another big round of applause for the finalists in the 2019 Canadian Championships. Welcome, Sophie Gauthier. She's the winner of the Canadian Olympic Trials. Here is Isabelle Jiang. She is a three-time Olympian and four-time North American champion. Please welcome Mo Zhang. She was a finalist at the 2019 Canadian Junior National Championships. Here is Benita Zhu. And please welcome the Canadian women's coach, Jai-Lin Wang. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Team USA. Keep that applause going. She's a two-time U.S. Open champion. Please welcome Lu Zhan. She is the 2019 Pan Am Junior Champion and the #1 player under 18. Here is Amy Wang. She represented the U.S. in the 2016 Rio Olympics and won gold at the 2015 Pan Am Games. Jennifer Wu. And she is a five-time national champion and a two-time Olympian. Please welcome Lily Zhang. And keep your applause going for the American coach, Guy Jin. And now, please rise and join us for the singing of both national anthems. Please welcome Rockford's own Aaron Bolden.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 ITTF North American Olympic Qualification here at the BMO Harris Bank Center in Rockford, Illinois. I'm Matt Hetherington. I'm joined by two-time U.S. Olympian Sean O'Neill.
Great to be with you, Matt.
And we have, of course, Team Canada taking on the United States here with the hopes of qualifying for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Both these teams are going to be very strong today. We did have an injury on the Canada side with Mo Jung, who has been their perennial top player, Pan Am gold medalist, both in mixed doubles and in singles along with her illustrious career. So it's going to be a little bit tougher for Team Canada to go up against this very strong Team USA.
Yeah, certainly. A lot of experience on the US side, but a lot of youth on the Canadian side. All three players representing the Canadian team, aged 16, and already making their mark on senior table tennis over in Canada with multiple national finalists, junior champions.
So we're going to start first with the doubles event in this new ITTF format. It'll be doubles followed by 4 singles matches. First team to win 3 will be declared the victors and get tickets to Tokyo for the 2020 Olympic Games.
Yeah, that's right. So the team position is on the line. But not only that, the singles spots are also going up. This is the first year we've had this
there is no flash
qualification
photography during
system.
The matches. No flash photography.
So previously they would have 3 days of singles competition.
Our amazing sponsors, because this event could not be possible without the Rockford Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, RAVE, Rockford Park District, Rockford Radisson, BMO Harris Bank Center,
So just kind of watch it on the side. Okay.
Yola. Don't forget to visit the Yola booth located in the main concourse next to the Blue Flame Lounge for all your table tennis needs.
So umpire Linda Leaf getting proceedings started there between the 2 doubles teams. Liu and Wu from the United States taking on Gauthier and Xiong from Canada.
You're you're going to receive. Okay. 2-minute warm-up starts now. You got a ball?
So the United States players in the navy blue on the near side of the screen, Canada on the opposite end in red.
And Team Canada is really going to have their work cut out with Liu and Wu for Team USA on the near side. Nice combination righty-lefty, but you'll also see with Liu playing with the penholder grip, she's got a tremendous amount of power. When she pairs with Yue Wu, expect to have both players really setting each other up, trying to finish off the point as quickly as possible. A lot of experience between the two American players.
So as I was saying earlier with the qualification and the singles spots, the winning team here will take 2 of the singles qualification spots. That's the maximum for each country for table tennis in the Olympics. And the team that is not able to win this match, they'll still take 1 singles qualification away from this contest here in Rockford.
And they will have a chance to go through a European qualifier, actually play in Europe against the other teams that didn't make their geographical qualification. So there is a second bite at the apple here for the team that loses, but clearly both teams would love to get the victory here in Rockford. 0-0, best of 5.
1-0.
So Liu, the left-handed pen holder, representing the United States.
Canadians with a really nice start here.
A lot of enthusiasm there from the home crowd here in Rockford, Illinois.
And Matt, I would expect that Team USA really tries to control the short balls, not giving the younger Canadian pair a chance to open up, play that much offense. Hopefully keep them off balance and reaching on that last ball. Xiong made a very nice forehand flip into Liu's backhand for the point. And that's a nice position there, ball. Position by Wu from USA. Finding that open court on the backhand side.
Certainly a big occasion for these young players from Canada. Their first opportunity to qualify for an Olympic Games.
Oh, a nice combination by Canada. Well set up, some nice topspins. There's the quick backhand to strong location. Following it up with a great forehand smash.
6-4.
Strong counter there from Xiong. So far in this first game, fairly even scoreline.
5-7.
Again, excellent short play by the U.S. Really taking the pace off the ball. Beautifully played by Liu.
A little bit of a lucky break there from the USA. Canadians doing a great job to get Liu out of position there off the side of the table.
Oh, and that's a beautiful backhand loop by Liu of USA, and they take game number 1, 11-5 after a very close start by both teams.
And so the players will return to the bench. Canada being coached by Jialin Wang, national women's team coach here, and the US women in the corner with Gao Jun.
See that, once again, that nice backhand loop by Liu. She's been doing quite well on the U.S. circuit. She's won a couple of tournaments in Westchester, beating the top U.S. men.
Yeah.
Of course, a 2-time U.S. Open champion. And this will be her first chance at Olympics. Recently became eligible.
Yeah, certainly something she was very excited about after winning last year's U.S. National Championship, and has really been on quite an unstoppable run ever since. So the US players back to the table first. Canada probably having to look a little bit more at dealing with those tight shots in the first few points, especially the serve return and the first opening ball. I think the last game they fared quite well in the topspin situations, so once the rally opens up a little bit more, if they set themselves up to have the upper hand, that'll be their best chance in this match here. And very assertive there on the serve return. Positive start for the young Canadians.
Nice block there by Xiong on that backhand. Liu with the forehand, quick off the bounce, but unable to keep the tempo up, and we're tied at 1 apiece.
1-2.
Really nice defensive blocks there by Canada. Able to control a short ball that went long, but quickly able to cover it up with a nice block. U.S. looking to get that first controlled attack before putting the ball away. Nice service there by Team USA.
Left. 3-2. Left. 3-2.
Oh, great shot by both teams.
Did really well to get Liu Juan in the body there, but quick hands by the American.
Oh, and that's a beautiful inside-out forehand by Liu. Just took her time. Ball came off the end of the table, turned the corner and found the open court.
It's really become one of her signature shots. Step around inside-out forehand. And again, just picking up on that loose return.
Such a great left hook. No problem taking it both cross court, and as you said, Matt, earlier on the previous point, the ability to go inside out really poses a real headache for all of her opponents.
7-2.
Another nice assertive play there from Canadian pair. Good positive serve receive and a follow-up. Not quite able to get the table, but
that's a nice opening there by Gauthier, just over the table, taking the service advantage away. Team USA with a 4-point lead here in game 2 after taking the first game.
3-8.
a little bit of a net clip there, but good control. The US still with a 4-point buffer here. The US with another game point here in the second game.
11-5 game USA.
USA with a very commanding 2-0 pair of fives in this best of 5 game match.
Certainly really tightened things up in the second half of each game.
You know, Matt, it just seems that the U.S. has a lot more gears where they can spin the ball, they can place it, they don't have to go for such counterattacks like Canada's doing. Canada's played some nice shots. They've scored basically 5 winners each game, but Team USA able to control that short game, get those first spins in, and we have seen Lou, the lefty, show some of her power both with the inside and down the line looping shots. Canada's going to need to somehow establish some offense and not just play reactive if they want to turn the tide on this match.
So Isabel Xiong with the serve. Canada 2-0 down. US will be no doubt looking to seal it out here.
Oh.
But great, again, a great first point from the Canadian pair.
Just a nice combo by the team in red, getting both forehand control loops and then a super angle into the wide forehand court.
1-1.
Seem to have struggled a little bit more with the short ball throughout this match. And again there, just that short touch ball certainly giving them some problems.
Again, we've seen this time and time again in all 3 games where the Canadian pair just tends to be reaching for the ball, not getting in close enough to the table to really hit through it. These are huge points right now for Team Canada. And there's a timeout by Canada right now.
Timeout.
Coach Wong there sensing USA getting away a little bit out of the starting blocks here. 4-1 lead already.
And my guess is, Matt, that he's explaining to his 2 team players, get in close on those short balls. Stop waiting for the ball to come out. Team USA looks really ready to just keep the game plan going.
So back from the timeout. Canada with the serve.
1-4. Let 1-4.
And Wu pushing out long and wide. Forces an error from Isabel Xiong. Nice combination of shots there from the US.
Team USA really putting some nice pressure. And there's the power of both Liu and Wu. First with the forehand attack, then the follow-up. And Canada with a nice backhand opening.
A free point there for the Canadians, with Yue Wu missing that high ball.
There's a nice heavy underspin push.
Seems after that timeout, they've opted to play long a little bit more.
Yeah, just get away from that short game.
Mm.
Nice block down the line for Team USA for the first match point of this doubles match.
And another great serve receive there from Isabel Chong. She's been very creative with her serve receive so far.
And Team USA takes match number 1. 11-5, 11-5, 11-5. And giving the home team the early 1-0 in this best-of-5 team match.
Certainly become a very, very important part of the strategy around this newer Olympic team format with the 5 matches and the opening doubles. Of course, these 2 players that have competed in the doubles will only play 1 singles, and the 3rd player in the team remaining outside of the doubles will play 2 singles matches. So a lot of thought goes into the draw.
Great. All right, so what's your name?
My name is Yue Wu.
Yu Wu. And your name?
Juan Liu.
You. All right, so how long when did you get here to Rockford?
Since we have been here, I think 4 or 5 days already.
Oh, 4 or 5 days, all right. How are you enjoying Rockford?
Same.
Sam, you're enjoying it? All right, so quick question. How often do you guys practice together?
Actually, this is the first time. Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good for a first time. All right, there's some chemistry going on there already. How have you guys known each other long?
Yes, we have been knowing each other for more than 7, 8 years. Yeah.
And this is a Rockford thing. Have you tried beefaroo here in town? It's a restaurant. It's a beefaroo restaurant.
No, not yet. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess it's a pretty healthy eating style when you're training.
Yeah, we will try it.
All right. They said they're going to try beefaroo, ladies and gentlemen. So give them a big round of applause for that. Thank you.
So the 1-0 lead for the United States here. The first team to 3 will take the win. Look back at some highlight moments from that opening doubles match between Juan Liu and Yue Wu against the Canadians, Isabel Chong and Sophie Gauthier.
You know, Matt, the Canadians came out in both the first and second games, getting into their game, playing some nice early attacks, but really the experience of Team USA controlling the placement, being able to finish the ball towards the end of each game, while at the same time just really having better all table sense and control was, I think, the biggest deciding factor.
So Lily Zhang for the United States. Benita Zhou representing Canada. It will be the first singles matchup of this best-of-5 team matchup. Of course, Lily Zhang fresh off a 4 gold medal sweep of the Pan American Championships just a few weeks ago. And Benita Zhou pictured on screen in red. 16 years old, a semi-finalist at the Canadian Olympic trial and a finalist at this year's Canadian Junior Championships. It's interesting to see Lily in the singles spot. I think a lot of consideration would have gone into her 4-0 win against Mo Zhang a few weeks ago at the Pan American Championships. Usually you would see Yue Wu and Lily playing doubles together. So, as I said earlier, a lot of strategy goes into the order in these very short, intense team matches under this Olympic format. It's, of course, the same format that will be used in Tokyo at the Olympic Games.
And I think, Matt, this week the players have had a chance from both teams to train here in Rockford. ITTF put on a great pre-game training where both teams were sharing gyms, and for Team USA with Lu Juan as a lefty, that was their chance to have her pair up and test what it would be like to play with Yue Wu or with Lily. And not knowing what Canada was going to do, they really had to put the strongest team out there. And you can see now Lily will play the two singles to give USA potentially a 2-0 lead going into that third and pivotal match.
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably figured also that Mo being of quite a competitive level with the three US players probably would have been in the two singles spots had she not been injured. So the likelihood of her not playing the doubles probably gave a little bit less pressure on them to put Lily and Yue together.
And I think just looking at Tokyo, it's going to be so exciting to see each team try to jockey with their three players, knowing that a lot of them are at the highest level, and they're starting this now. Second match. Lily Zhang and Benita Zhou.
Off to a good start there, Lily Zhang. Of course, playing professionally full-time in Germany currently.
Lily doing a fantastic job of not only creating that opening, but then staying with it, replacing the ball, replaying it down the line. Lily plays so stable. She really doesn't go for any big shots. She likes to keep it in play, move the ball around.
Certainly builds on the rallies. And Benita Zhou exhibiting good control in that previous rally, but I think needs to be very careful of the placement and a little bit deliberate.
Once Lily makes that first opening backhand attack, she will just stay right up at the table until she goes through her opponent. Lily's serves aren't always the trickiest, but they really set up her game nicely. That's a nice example of serving a little bit to the right of the center line, but then quickly going wide out. Lily's a master of placement. Benita really needs to get Lily out of the backhand corner.
So, Zhou there forcing a couple of backhand opening errors so far.
Lily with a nice opening off of a deeper serve. Both players trying to gauge the tempo and the range of the bounce. We saw that a little bit in the doubles where the players were overhitting, especially on the short balls. That last ball got away from Joe in Canada.
So a strong start there from Lily Zhang. Wins the first game 11-2. Of course, the Rockford home soil crowd would have been very excited to see Lily here with her face on all the billboards and posters all over town.
You can see, Matt, even with an 11-2 win, the seriousness on Coach Gao Jun's face. Do not give an inch, play each point, take care of business. Looks like Coach Gao is giving her some extra tips on how to make sure that opening backhand lands. But Lily's truly a professional, as you mentioned earlier, playing over in Germany. Current U.S. women's champion.
For the 5th time now, 5 times.
Just a superstar performance, and her sights have completely been set on Tokyo and doing everything she can help Team USA to qualify. She will be playing in the ITTF Women's World Cup in Chengdu coming up later this year. She was a wild card pick for that.
So, first out of the blocks, Lily Zhang.
Just really solid backhand play. Lily is totally at home when she can open up with her back and then just take those balls right off the bounce, moving them around, not giving her opponent anything to work with. Oh, beautiful forehand there by Lily Zhang. Ball popped up a little bit, taking it down the line. Great form.
A nice steady opening there from Benita.
Benita needs to get her forehand into play. She's going to go for the backhand-to-backhand exchanges. It's going to be a long match for her.
An uncharacteristic fault serve there. And just that disruption of rhythm from that netball seemed to unsettle Joe a little bit there.
Lily doing a great job there by just taking her time, not overplaying the backhand. Oh,
that's a great play.
Solid play by Benita. Just really got her forehand lined up.
She really needs to focus on that, connecting more shots in each point. I think when she's been on a more defensive mode, she's managed to control Lily's first ball quite well. But, I mean, Lily's a player who will really knuckle down and is willing to play 5, 6, 7 balls to win a point. So,
and Matt, I really liked Benita's last shot. She gave Lily a nice deep push, and that's exactly what Coach Gao was suggesting to Lily during that break is don't be afraid to jam it deep. So that ball caught the top of the net. Well, that's a nice backhand opening there by Lily. A little extra force on it. Ball popped up. Lily just took big advantage. Now has a 2-point lead here in game 2. Make that 3-point lead.
And Joe really needs to add a bit more acceleration to that first opening. Lily Zhang's not going to give her any easy openings. And nice length on that ball there. Just half long.
Once again, that solid third ball backhand opening by Lily. Just moving the ball around. Full control.
And great placement there from Lily Zhang. Moving her opponent away from the backhand first. She's really exposing that backhand side.
Again, just playing it to her, Lily playing the ball to her opponent's elbow, making her have to choose a side before going away from her. Second game point.
So second game goes to Lily Zhang. Really decisive play here from Lily Zhang. She's making a lot of the openings. And we're seeing really a kind of almost damage control from Benita Zhou. I mean, she's playing a little bit too loose on the serve receive. And, you know, almost trying to play counter initiative or to deal with the opening attacks of Lily Zhang, and that's assuming a lot of risk because Lily Zhang's first opening ball is usually very effective. There's a lot of acceleration and rotation on the ball. So I think really it needs to be more of a solution of preventing that and shutting down those opening attacks rather than trying to counter or to formulate a strategy around those shots.
And I think, Matt, it's really just a different level of play. With Benita just happy to get an attack in, Lily's placing every single ball, making sure that Benita can't really counterattack it to a place where she's not comfortable returning that ball. So, third game, Benita with the serve.
What a great way to start the third game.
Best point of the event so far. Both players doing an excellent job of just keeping the pace on the ball. Lily finally able to find the weak area with her forehand attack. Oh, great play by both players. Lily Zhang showing that she has the ability to be a defender with these forehand and backhand chops. Just amazing court presence, both from the backhand side and the forehand. Then finally going long off the top of the net with the counterattack.
Certainly seems that Zhou has kind of come back in here and closed up that backhand angle. She's doing a lot better playing over the table in these counter topspin rallies. Certainly towards the end of those points, a few slight timing errors, but in those early stages of the point. Definitely showing some signs of improvement from the last couple of games. And with that, we see extended rallies. It looked like they actually clipped the net post and then bounced onto the table. And I think that point does go to Lily Zhang. Clipped the net first and then the net post, which is part of the net.
Right.
And then bounced over. That is not an easy ball to get back. And that forces a timeout from Canada. Certainly one of the less common situations, but what a fantastic start from both players. Really,
Normally you don't see when it catches the net post for it to dump back into the court.
certainly a very tricky shot. Raises eyebrows from both sides. So a good start from Lily Zhang here, 4-1. But Benita Zhou certainly bringing something new to the table and posing a little bit more of a threat in those topspin rallies. And
Matt, I really think that Benita has to continue doing exactly what she's doing. She can't get into these backhand-to-backhand exchanges, but to take some risks, get that forehand going.
yeah, I think really taking these shots and bringing some more confidence into the table behind her has produced some of the better points of the match so far.
Again, Lily's playing just great placement, giving Benita nothing to work with.
She really needs to commit to those openings. But again, the placement.
Benita's really not getting any free swings. Every time she goes for that second attack, she's either jammed or reaching for the ball, and that's trademark Lily Zhang table tennis. It's always putting in a position where the opponent can touch it but can't do anything with it.
Yeah. And Zhang doing a great job there where there are others have failed so far in these first two matches of getting that short high ball over the table. And unfortunate missed serve there. Now Lily Zhang with an 8-1 lead, the timeout from Canada not stopping the momentum for the United States.
Again, great short play and control by Lily to take the service advantage away. And now she's got two serves to help Team USA go up 2-0 in this best of 5.
And very
team tie.
Unrelenting there. She has a handful of match points. And quick over the table there, 11-2. And another 3-0 win for the United States. They take a 2-0 lead over Canada in this best of 5 team match. Delighted home crowd here for Lily Zhang, who's looking to qualify for her 3rd Olympic Games next year in Tokyo. So a very tough match there for the 16-year-old Benita Zhou from Canada. Played some outstanding rallies in the start of that 3rd game there, but ultimately the experience of a 2-time Olympian a little bit too much in this matchup.
Just the focus, and we're going to go down and listen to our on-court interview.
How will this time be different?
Well, we haven't made it yet, but if we do happen to, I think it will be just as special as the first 2.
Now, in preparation for your matches, do you listen to music or anything like that to get you motivated?
Yeah, I have some pump-up songs. I feel like Eminem's a good go-to Yeah.
All right, Eminem's a good go-to to getting pumped up, to get warmed up. All right, and another quick question. Is there anybody that inspires you?
I think my parents inspire me the most. I mean, they've been there throughout my entire life, supporting me through whatever I do, so for sure I have them to thank for everything.
All right, and one more. Let's see. Have you been out at all in Rockford since you've been here?
We haven't really, because we've been training for this, but we got some chances to go out, eat downtown, and yeah, it was really good. So if anyone else has any other recs, let me know.
All right, we'll get some recommendations for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Lily.
So Lily Zhang taking the first singles match in this best-of-5 team tie between the United States and Canada. The first doubles match going to Juan Liu and Yue Wu of the United States, 3-0. Lily following up there with a decisive 3-0 win over Canada's Benita Zhou. It's been a good start so far for the United States. But as Lily Zhang said down there on court, certainly not over. These Canadian players have come a long way. And the host calling on the audience to show some support for Mo Zhang, who's suffered from an injury and withdrawn from this match. And so the third match of the tie begins between Yue Wu and Isabel Xiong. It's a big occasion for Wu. Potential chance here to finish out the tie for the United States.
And Matt, it just really shows the depth of Team USA for this team match against Canada when Liu Juan and Yue Wu can play the doubles. Lily comes in for the first singles, and then you bring former Pan Am gold medalist in to play the third match, knowing that there's backup of Lily for more singles and Liu Juan in the fifth and final match if it were to go the full length.
Well, I mean, the telltale of it all is that all of the teams here bought an additional player. They had four-person teams should an injury occur like it has, unfortunately, for the Canadians with Mo Zhang. And it really says it all for the United States women's team to have Amy Wong as the fourth player on the team, currently ranked #1 in the world for junior, for under 18, and a youth Olympian herself. Really shows the strength of the team.
I think if this particular Canadian team had to face Amy Wong, it would still be tough. Just with her international results, she won a medal at the Croatian Junior Open recently and continues to get ready. And she'll be playing on Team USA at the Women's World Cup team event.
The World Team Cup.
In Japan, which is basically a nice test event to have the best players in the world fighting for World Cup team supremacy.
Yeah, big calendar of ITTF events between now and the Olympics next year. So the first serve and point begins with Wu from the United States in the navy blue, starting off with the serve, 1-0 lead.
Beautiful serve right into that transition point, just really caught Isabel Xiong completely flat-footed. I would expect, Matt, that UA does a lot of that, playing right into the elbow, playing into the middle, in order to get a weak return before putting a little bit more power behind the ball.
4-0.
Quick exchanges there. Wu, certainly a player who enjoys playing close to the table and really borrowing power and speed from her opponents and redirecting it.
Left, 5-0.
Oh, beautiful. Serving right into the body once again, and then finding that open court.
Yeah,
Excellent
you can see
positional play there.
just using all of that speed from Xiong's forehand and redirecting it. And the trick for Xiong is going to be, how can you force a player like Yue Wu to generate her own power?
And there again,
And then
that's the
try and capitalize off that.
nice backhand opening by Team USA. Yue with that heavy topspin, a little bit high, but very effective because it's so deep on the table.
9-0.
You can certainly see Xiong under a lot of pressure here. Not an easy task, knowing that your team is 2-0 down. So Xiong on the board here, but certainly a dominant display to open the game there from Yue Wu. 11-1 to start the match off. And you've got to give credit to these young players from Canada, all three of them 16 years of age, and up against a older and more experienced team.
And Matt, they will take a very big lesson from this match. So far what we've seen tactically, just the Americans' ability to really play positional, jamming them so often into that elbow area, allowing the Canadians to get off balance a little bit. And you can see the Canadian coach just reminding his player, don't knock yourself out of the point, be ready. Because
Yeah.
the Americans are just living right there in that transition between the forehand and backhand without getting much resistance at all.
0-0.
And also, I mean, you've got to remember some of these US players have been playing longer than their Canadian opponents have been alive. So just a wealth of experience.
Yeah. And look at that backhand down the line. When you start paying attention to the shots to the elbow, all of a sudden, that was just picture perfect by the former Pan Am Games gold medalist. And Yue Wu just continuing to steamroll here in game two. Not giving an inch. And playing the middle. Oh, and that's a nice block by Isabel. Able to put a little bit of side spin on the ball off the opening.
Nice quick hands and good placement there from Xiong. Taking the fight to Wu, currently ranked 37th in the world for women's. And a great over-the-table forehand flip there.
Just really committed nicely, and what an extreme angle. Nice catch there by Yue. Oh, combination there.
Starting to see a bit more confidence from Isabel Xiong. She knows she has to go for her shots. She doesn't want a repeat of the first game here. Her feet came in a little bit late there with that one.
Yeah, even though it was a high return, it just didn't come out.
And still very heavy as well. Another good adjustment there from Isabel Xiong.
Oh, nice service there going to the backhand. Again, really playing into the elbow area.
Service warning there from umpire Linda Leaf. Making sure she doesn't conceal the ball contact with her body on the serve.
8-6.
And Yue Wu of the U.S. continues just to move the ball around, taking pace off of it. Then also getting that strong backhand opening in, staying with the backhand serve.
9-6.
Getting a lot of action on that backhand serve.
Oh, nice two-shot combo there after the heavy opening. Forehand down line, going long.
11.
And Team USA now is 1 game away from booking their team ticket plus 2 singles to Tokyo.
Certainly got some good momentum here against the young Canadian team. And of course, aside from the team event, which will feature the top 16 teams that qualify, and the singles, Tokyo will be the first Olympics to feature the mixed doubles event, which has really made for some very exciting mixed doubles matches around the world, especially on the ITTF World Tour over the last year.
And Team USA will be facing Team Canada for the North American mixed doubles Olympic tryouts later in 2020. So expect to see a number of these US women playing.
Always great to see more medals coming to the Olympic table tennis event.
0-1.
And we see that backhand return used frequently by Xiong in the opening doubles as well. Now utilizing that for the singles as well. And her 2 great serve receives have earned her the first 2 points of the match.
Again, just Team USA keeping those serve returns quite short, not allowing Canada a chance to make that first attack. And then mixing it up.
Puts a lot of pressure on a Canadian opponent. Using those long serves really shows her confidence to be able to win in the open rallies. But Isabel Xiong with a strong answer there.
Oh, there's the inside out forehand by Wu.
And another long, fast serve. Forces the timeout from Canada. So back to the benches. Isabel Shong off to Coach Wang there from Canada.
And it seems, Matt, that Yue Wu's backhand serve has really done a great job for her, mixing it up, allowing her to change not only the spin speed, but the length.
Yeah, and I think really just not being afraid to serve long has really served her quite well.
Staying with the backhand.
And an incredibly well-placed serve there. It's a 4-point lead for Wu. Remaining very stable there with her openings.
9-3.
Great point by the young Canadian, just really hanging in this match. Able to deal with a inside-out forehand.
So 6 match points here for Team USA. And Yue Wu takes the first one and takes not only the match, but a 3-0 win for Team USA over Team Canada. And it's the United States women's team that qualifies for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics as a team, and they will take 2 of the 3 singles spots on offer here, the maximum 2 spots for the nation of the United States. Congratulations to Team USA.
And you can see the smiles on their face, a real sense of relief. They came here to Rockford with a clear plan to not give an inch, and they've executed that plan completely with the doubles team of Liu and Wu, Lily Jung taking a singles, and then finishing up with Yue Wu in the 3rd and finals singles match.
And a bold effort from this young Canadian team coming here to Rockford, probably knowing that they were up against a considerable challenge, and to have their top player, Mo Jung, a player who I'm sure the United States women's team felt relatively threatened by, pulled out with an injury. Quite unfortunate on their part, but a great effort by 3 16-year-old players.
Hey, you guys, how do you feel about today's victory?
We're definitely very, very happy. We've been preparing for a long time, so to know that our hard work paid off feels really good.
And so, about how much time a day do you spend practicing table tennis?
Actually, both of us live in Europe now, so spend more time, like 4 or 5 hours per day.
Wow, 4 or 5 hours a day practicing table tennis. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, who's your biggest table tennis inspiration? She's like, no.
I don't know if many people know, but there's this woman called Zhang Yining. She's from China, and I remember just watching her all day, every day as a child, and looking up to her a lot. So yeah.
Okay. And do you have any sort of lucky charms or anything that you do or wear before the match? Like some people have a lucky pair of socks or a lucky pair of earrings. Do you guys have any sort of good luck charms that you use?
Not for me, no.
No? No? All right. I have a pair of good luck socks that I like to wear when I'm playing basketball. I should probably change them because they never work and I never win. Yeah, thank you guys. It's been great having you. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Team USA.
So that concludes the women's USA versus Canada match here at the 2019 ITTF North American Olympic Qualification. We're at the BMO Harris Bank Center in Rockford, Illinois. And of course, we'll be back later on this evening with the men's team match of United States against Canada. And you will be able to find all that information on the USATT and ITTF websites for the scheduling. The men's match is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you tune back in with us at 7 p.m. Central Time for the men's match. Thank you for joining us here for this women's match.